What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants. No hate. So, I just watched another interview with Alycia Baumgardner. And I want to say this about her. And, condolences to her. I heard she lost her father. Now, Memorial Day weekend, I lost my mom. So, I definitely know how that goes. In fact, this here is a pendant of my mom and my dad. I don't know how well you can see that, okay? My dad's still here, but my mom isn't. All right? Let's picture them. And I know what that feels like. But I'm going to say this for Alycia Baumgardner, and I'm not going to dwell on the past about things. It's about going forward. She has a fight coming up with Pursuing, and she's going to have to show and prove in there. She said that she feels stronger. She said that she's improved even more in the gym. And so, we'll see how things go. Now, let me say this all across the board. Anytime someone fails a drug test, anytime, there are always, people, that say, well, you're innocent until proven guilty. No, if a fight is canceled, you're not proven innocent, right? And until you can prove you're innocent, you're guilty until proven innocent. That's the way it really goes, okay? We know the laws are backwards. People say things. Police are uneducated on their jobs. You've seen police approach auditors and different people, and they'll say, what crime have I committed? What have I done wrong? And what's the first thing the cop says that debunks the fact that he's even talking to this guy and that he need to just move on? Well, no one's saying you're doing anything wrong. I didn't say you committed a crime. Okay, then I don't have to ID myself. Why are you over here harassing me? Well, people are saying it's the same stuff over and over. And it's the same thing with drug tests. If you fail a drug test, and this is what people got to understand. Okay, I watched the video with Alycia Baumgardner, and I don't know if she really understands this either. Okay, or really, because, they don't say these things. Anytime that you fail a drug test, and there's no details of why you passed the drug test or why a decision was overturned. And she had one of the most weirdest cases, because the fighters either get suspended, or either they're found innocent, which is the rarest part of it. But she was found innocent, yet suspended. So it's like, what is that? So I don't know if she understands how that looked to the public. Now, take her fans out of the picture, whether they're legitimately fans of hers or whether they're just attracted to her, okay? People sticking up for you doesn't make you innocent, okay? And I'm not there to know what happened, okay? But at the same time, it's like every time something goes down with a fighter and then they get suspended, or, a fight gets canceled, because of, and they're not able to present any information that the public gets that even sounds feasible. They just lash out at the crowd and defend themselves in comments, but it's like, you come on here acting like you don't think people are going to get at you, but of course they are. Now, because people are very fickle, like I said, they'll cheer you one day, boo you the next. And with Alycia, I don't know if she really understands this either, but a lot of the people that was cheering for her wasn't cheering for her because they really like her. They was cheering for her because not only did they hate her, I always said, look at the comment sections of any video with Alycia Baumgardner after the Michaela Mayer fight, and they hated Alycia Baumgardner. They had nothing good to say about her. Oh, she only lost. She only won 2 rounds. This and that. And they were saying all types of shit. But because they hate Claressa Shields more, the only thing they did was cheered her on. 1, because, like I said, they hate Claressa more. 2, here you have another black woman going after another black woman the way she did it. Because they felt that it was two-faced, but they didn't care. They was just like, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because, for one, you had people, listen, when when Savannah Marshall fought Clarissa Shields before that fight, I had people coming in my comment sections, who you think is going to win or want to win. I don't care about that. It's your right. Okay, that's fine. I have no issues with that. I just noticed how people was downplaying Clarissa Shields' skills in that boxing ring. Because anybody with two good eyes that understand boxing can see Savannah Marshall was not even on her level. That's why they kept bringing up the amateur fight. And if you watch the amateur fight, you would see like people made it seem like Marshall went in and destroyed Shields. In fact, the majority of the people that saw that fight, including the commentators, thought that Clarissa Shields won. So they kept bringing that up, and they bring it up and then say, well, we know that the laws bother you. No, it doesn't bother me. You guys just keep bringing it up, making a conversation about it. So when that didn't work, all of a sudden now, Katie Taylor becomes that much more popular. Why? They don't see that fight happening with her and Shields. So they feel safe that Katie doesn't have to worry about that. But now when we're talking pound for pound, we want to be able to say Katie's better. So now I hear this black woman. Yes, this black woman comes out of nowhere that was supposedly friends with Clarissa. And she did things the way she did it. And especially at a time where you see what's happening. You know why these people all of a sudden, we're in an era of time where if I was to punch my woman in the face, I go to jail, right? Now, we know that they were in the ring sparring, but the whole point is, let's say, for example, I'm sparring with my woman and I'm beating the shit out of her. People will be like, damn, Aries, you brutal, man. Like, you beating up on her like that. So, but it was so funny how a man, you know, padded or unpadded glove, whatever, knocks out a woman and all of a sudden it's ha, 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 LOL, yeah, yeah. Oh, she thinks she can beat me. It's like, okay, so, you know, that's why I tell people, man, if you got the women in your family, you better hope that they don't have men around them that think like you, because they'll be beating the shit out of your mom, your sisters, or whoever. You know, let's say, you know, even you could have a wife going to the supermarket, going somewhere, or whatever, and all of a sudden the dude decides that he wants to punch in her face and beat her ass, you know, because she said some words. She didn't get in his face, didn't touch him, but she's yapping. And this is what men have become so sensitive now, and you want to fight a woman. So you think, and not to mention, for Alycia Baumgardner to talk about women's movement and empowering women, you would think she would be one to understand it. That was some sucker shit. Now, let's put the shoe on the other foot, and it happened to Alycia Baumgardner. You think that, and Shields did the same shit to her. You think that Baumgardner be going, hey, man, it's all fair game? Or you think she be calling Shields two-faced? So they understand, you know, what was going on and what they were trying to do. They weren't behind her. And if they are behind her as fans, that means she'll have a whole lot more people showing up to her fights. Not just looking at her beautiful body and her gorgeous little face on social media. You understand what I'm saying? They would show up to her fights, support her fights, whether it's personally being there or whatever streaming services or whatever they'll order pay-per-view, whatever, they will be there to support her fights. And if they're not doing that, it should wake her up. And that's any fighter. You know, that you're in a situation where you have all these social media followers, but when it comes fight night, damn, where's everybody at? Okay, now with that going on, that being said, once again, you know, when they brought the interviewer brought up Shields, and she's saying that, well, Shields even said she would fight me at 147, and I already said, but it's like, listen at what you're saying, right? Listen at Alycia Baumgardner's own words. Fighting against Pursoon, right? Everybody's watching me now to see who is Alycia Baumgardner once again. So she's at the proving grounds stage of her career still, even with all those belts. Out of her own mouth, listen. And then she says that now from there, I feel like, you know, I make 130 easily, but I feel like I'd be a strong 135. And the guy interviewing her even said the more feasible fights, okay, more reasonable fights are Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. You know, and you know, why do you think you can beat those two? I mean, of course she's supposed to feel like she can win, but this woman, I want y'all to think about this, is a 130-pound fighter. She's not in the same tax bracket as Clarissa Shields. She's not in the same field, that she don't have the accomplishments that Shields has. And regardless to who you think would win the fight, I already expressed that, who I feel like I know would win this fight hands down, no problem. When she says she thinks Claressa Shields is trying to make things easier for herself by going up to heavyweight. First of all, she can't go up any more than heavyweight, and heavyweight is 175 pounds for women. Okay. She can go to 160. It's all about making history, right? So once again, let's look at this. Can any one female fighter stay in one weight class and be called the best female fighter out there? No. Despite what the fans say, the reason is because there's no deep divisions. Now, you can be called the best. You can be the actual best because of your consistency, your winning streaks, and the fact that you're fighting the top people out there. But this is why they go up and down. The difference between Claressa and the rest of those females in terms of going up and down in weight, well, she can't go down to 130. She can't go down to 135. She can't go down to 140. And even 147 is pushing it. But like she said, go get a belt or do something at 147. Who the fuck are you that I got to come down for you? I'm the star between the two of us. Okay, no different from Canelo being the A side. No different from Tank Davis being the A side. No different from Usyk being the A side. So you're making it seem as though Claressa has to come down to appease you to do what you're saying when no. You said you want the fight. Just like Roy Jones went all the way up from 175 to heavyweight to fight Ruiz. You know, just like Chris Bird came all the way up from 175 pounds to heavyweight to fight against heavyweights. Okay, and other fighters, I mean, bottom line. So if you're willing, you want to fight her, then you should have no problem going up to 154. It's only one weight class heavier, and you walk around 150 plus pounds. And this is what fighters fail to realize. You calling somebody's name and then saying, well, I already said my terms, and she said, okay, this woman who started out at 154 ends up going all the way to 175. And if you can say, yeah, but there's nobody at heavyweight, well, who the hell is at 130? So this is what I'm saying. All of this talk, don't say a person's name if you're not willing to go up to their weight class. Because it's real easy to talk shit and say, come down to 147. Nah, before I open my mouth and challenge her, am I willing to go to 160 pounds, 168 pounds? Am I willing to do that? And if not, who really? Do you really hold that weight where you can say that? Absolutely not. Okay, another thing. If Katie Taylor says, come up to 140 and fight me, right? Is she going to say, nah, meet me at 135 or meet me at a catchweight at 137? No, you're going to go up there. So basically, she knows full damn well. And this is what I believe about Claressa. I believe because of her determination, her skill set, and her heart. I believe Claressa, she goes in there and she dogs these women out the way she do because of her superior skill. But we see her go up to heavyweight. Who saw a knockout coming? Who saw a stoppage coming? Who? Because this is what happens when you fight at a comfortable weight where, okay, I'm not really weight draining myself. I'm not weight draining myself anymore. You know, once again, when Hannah Gabriel is fighting at heavyweight, most Hannah Gabriel fans didn't even know she was still fighting. I didn't even know what happened to her. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, she's fighting at heavyweight. Okay. Well, the same way. If you want to be fair, be fair. If you're not criticizing, because Jai Opetaia fighting at cruiserweight. Who the fuck is at cruiserweight? There's not. What superstars are there? What big? No, he has to fight who's there. So why do you think Turki Al-Sheikh is trying to get him in a fight with Dimitri Bivol? Why do you think they try to get David Benavidez or Artur Beterbiev, like guys like that? What weight class are they? They're not at cruiserweight. You have to fight who's there. Even for him to fight other champions, to fight, become unified and become undisputed. These guys are not superstar names. So do you understand? This is what happens in boxing, why guys go up and down. Okay? And the same with Terrence Crawford. Listen, regardless to who would actually win and how the outcome of the fight would actually be, Terrence Crawford is willing to go up to 168 to fight Canelo. And let's just be real. He is or was undisputed champion at 147 pounds. Now, regardless, we know he's not the star that Canelo is. But at the same time, that's the exact same thing. If Terrence Crawford decided, I'm going to call out Canelo, then I'm going to tell Canelo to meet me at 160. That's the same exact shit as undisputed champion Alycia Baumgardner telling Claressa Shields, I want this fight. Meet me at 147. The same exact thing. And the reality of that is, even though a lot of people are saying Terrence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter, he's still not considered the face of boxing. And they're debating that between Canelo and Tank Davis. But at the same, which I don't care about any of that shit, but I'm saying let's look at what's actually happening. And for Alycia Baumgardner, you know, it's like she just don't get it when it comes to that. And like, look, we hear what you're saying, but what you're saying doesn't add up in terms of you thinking that you was going to walk up and tell Claressa Shields, this is what we're going to do. Like, you're the A side. You're not the A side. We know how the game goes. The ego make people feel like I'm just as big a star as the next person, or you want to believe that about yourself, and you're clearly not. Devin Haney was undisputed. Okay? He was undisputed. Tank Davis wasn't. Devin Haney, out of his own mouth, him and his father had the sense to know that they said, we know Tank's the A side, and it's going to be pretty much by his rules. And right from the very beginning, Devin Haney made it known, nah, I'm not fighting him at no catch weight. Either he comes up to 140 or no fight. Well, what am I going to do that for? I left 135 for a reason. Common damn sense, right? So we know damn well, when is the last time you seen Claressa Shields fight at 147? And as a pro, never. So yeah, Claressa Shields is not a small woman. What the fuck was she drain herself for? I don't give a fuck what she said. Okay? That, you don't want to know, people say a lot of shit. Just like Gennady Golovkin said he wanted to fight Canelo Mexican style in the rematch, but in the rematch, he was the one on the back foot. Now, if you feel like he won the fight, are you going to sit here and say, nah, man, we got to give it to Canelo because Canelo fought Mexican style and Gennady Golovkin didn't? That doesn't make a difference. All that, that's not, listen, we got to stop being so petty. Official contracts, you know, and term sheets being agreed to. Okay, here's the term sheets. All right, cool. We agree to these terms. Now, here's the contract. We got the fight. I don't give a fuck about all this what somebody said. They said this, they said that. It's one thing when somebody says something and they lie. Like Wilder saying his costume wore his legs out, and then his fans denying it, and then his people in his corner denying it just for the video to resurface. Yeah, he said it. Everybody heard him say it, but somehow Wilder fans didn't hear it. So we're going to go by what people say, but we're selective about it. We're going to be selective about it. All this shit that came out of Ryan Garcia's mouth, but we're going to be selective. Some people are going to let it slide. And then when others roast his ass, it's like, all right, have mercy. He just, no, fuck that. He said a lot of dumb shit that had nothing to do with boxing, but expresses racist ass feelings. Tiafimo just comes out and says, whichever monkey want the banana. You know, all this goofy shit. So we're going to talk about what people say and hold them accountable. We got to do it all around the board. So big fucking deal. And Claressa said, plain and simple. If you are going to fight someone, that's all that it matters. You call somebody out, you need to be willing to go up to their weight class. And if you're not willing to do that, then you can, you know, talk all this shit you want, but even to say, oh man, she don't want it. What the fuck is she fighting you for at 147 pounds? No belt on the line. Oh, it's about legacy. Yeah. Oh, now everybody cares more about legacy now. But you guys are flip-flopping around with everything else, and we're selective with who can do bullshit and who can't. You know, Alexander Usyk, he fought Tyson Fury, he won. But it got to a point where he said, plain and simple, my whole career, I keep accommodating people. And enough is enough. I'm not going to keep playing these games with Fury. Every time I agree to his terms, he moved the goalpost. We saw him do the same shit with AJ. He kept doing the same things. So does that mean Usyk is afraid of Fury? He's trying to avoid Fury all of a sudden? Yeah, Frank Warren tried to make it seem like that. Fury tried to make it seem like that. Fury called him a middleweight. Fury said a whole lot of shit. And in fact, if we're going to go off what people say, nobody should be cheering for Fury. Nobody. He made a bunch of racist comments. He kept calling the dude a little foreigner, just saying a bunch of stupid shit. Oh, but he's just, but he's just trying to entertain the fans, right? But you hold it against other fighters. So this is what I mean. And what happened when they fought? The little middleweight went in there and fought like he was the big man. So that's really petty to, oh, but she even said, okay, right. But at the same time, guess what? She also said, go win the title at 147. See, what Alycia Baumgardner is showing you. If she had an interest at legitimately fighting at 147 pounds, she'd be aiming to do that. Now, does she want to skip over Katie Taylor? Does she want to skip over a possible fight with Amanda Serrano to go to 147 and to go there and start winning titles there? Terry Harper's there, right? She beat Terry Harper already, made her quit. Okay? So unless she's willing to do that, what's the purpose? Okay? Terrence Crawford being called out, and to the point where Jerron Anderson, his father's like, man, we not even, listen, we already said what we said. We already had negotiated. Things didn't happen. Whatever, man. So, whatever. Terrence Crawford goes to 154 pounds. Terrence Crawford said he wants to become undisputed at 154. Okay? But then Terrence Crawford, he also said if things go his way in 3 fights, he'll be undisputed. But now, if you listen to him, what is he saying? He's saying he wants 2 fights. He wants a rematch with Errol Spence, and he wants Canelo. So did he not, say one thing? Now he's saying something else as well. So this is what I'm saying. The pettiness. This is petty shit right here. Oh, but she even said, okay, she whatever. Okay, here's the thing. You don't have any interest in locking up any belts at 147. If you say, that's just not in my plans, okay, well, then we all have the same feeling. You want, if the fight was to happen, you'd only feel confident in fighting her because you feel like she'd be drained at 147. And you said out of your own mouth, I feel like I'd be strong at 135. Okay, 147 is 2 weight classes up from that. So if you feel like you'll be strong at 135, what are you telling us? Shouldn't that mean at 140, you'll be even stronger? At 147, you'll be even stronger than that? At 154, you'll even be stronger than that? Now, if you can say 154 is too much weight for you, Shields can acknowledge 147, that would drain me. So it doesn't matter if even if she said she'd do it at one point, because guess what? You're not the A side. And in fact, it's one of them things where people say shit, they angry at each other, and they, fuck this, man, I'll whoop your ass at 147. Sugar Ray Leonard said he feel like he can beat anybody, even now, even Mike Tyson or whoever. Okay. So imagine somebody going, hey, Sugar Ray, I'm calling you out because you said you feel like you could beat anybody and you feel like you could beat Mike Tyson. So I feel like you're a legend. I'm the legend killer. Let's go. I mean, Jake Paul would probably do that shit. But at the end of the day, that's just petty. It's just petty. It's nitpicking, and it's trying to make yourself look good, even when you said some things that you shouldn't have said. Okay, just like if we hold it against you for saying you can't argue with broke people, and I'm pretty sure that people from where you from and people from Detroit that's supporting you, you not from there, but yeah, you pretty much insulted all those people. Especially when you insult somebody that still makes more money than them same people and you calling somebody broke. You can't argue with broke people. Those people coming to your fights are broke. Stop playing. Those same people, like I said, I know people, man, and it's like it's their call, but it's sad that I know people who get their income tax check. And they want to be a part of some big event so bad. I don't care if it's WrestleMania, if it's an AEW event, if it's some type of music concert, what they will do everything to go out their way just to be able to say, I was there. Because they only feel special or feel like there's somebody and that they matter if they're a part of some big event. So they want to take pictures just to show they was there and all that. Now, is it goofy? Yes. But what I'm saying is you insult everybody. Everybody by saying that. And I got on Bill Haney for the same thing. Man, you out here giving people food, homeless people food, helping them less fortunate. And then you say it's coming from the heart. But then you turn around and you saying other fighters are broke and showing your watch and talk about we get money over here and you supposed to be a Muslim on top of that. Yeah, y'all need to check what comes out of your mouth. And the thing about it is you see these idiotic fans make y'all think that what y'all saying and doing is okay because they cheer everything that come out of your mouth. But see, Alycia Baumgardner is in a position where people are looking at her now like, all right, the whole thrill about you versus Shields is dead now. So let us go back to how we really feel about you. You're a drug cheat. You never beat Michaela Mayer. So, yeah. So when she tells you she's back in the position of the world trying to see who's Alycia Baumgardner. Okay, Clarissa Shields don't have that problem. Everybody know who Shields is. She's a two-sport athlete. And she basically went in there and stopped the heavyweight. So for you to come up now trying to saying that, you know, she's doing this to make it easier for herself, like, are you trying to make shit easier for you by staying at 130? Are you trying to make it easier for you? You know, when you tell Amanda Serrano, you'll fight her 12 rounds, 3 minutes a round on one condition. Are you paying me for these extra rounds? Well, they're paying her. And this is what champions do, right? You go after what's there. You make it seem like you at a disadvantage, like they're giving her something that they're not giving you. The same opportunity she has, you have. So, you know, just wanted to get this video out, man, because, you know, it's like, you know, people say things, and this is not about pity or feeling sorry for a person. No, no, no. You know, like I said, condolences to her for losing her dad. But at the same time, it's like you still don't get it. And even when Tony Harrison says he doesn't like that fight, he explained why. And it's similar reasons to what I'm saying. And he hung around them, so it could even be deeper than that. So bottom line is it's the whole point of what I'm saying. People don't get what's going on in the world. And they just say things, you know, and like she said, right? She even said she's a free agent after this fight or whatever she said, but she said pretty much she felt she had some shady deals with different promotional companies. And then she says she think Matchroom's did a good job with her career and she wanted, you know, keep building relationships. But she wanted to do what's best for Alycia Baumgardner. Okay, and that's exactly what her mindset is. But Clarissa Shields, for some reason, is supposed to do what you want to do. Nah, that's just not the way it works. And the reality is, no matter what you say, or no matter how confident you are, or egotistical you are about yourself, everybody knows you're not the A side. And you know you're not the A side. But at the same time, you're speaking like you are, and like Clarissa has to do what you say, and if she don't, she's ducking. You know, you're the one who came up with the claiming you wanted to fight her, but you're not willing to go to her weight class, which was 160 pounds. And she even said 154. You make it, you know, let's not try to make it like it's a Benavidez versus Canelo type of situation, because it's nothing like that. She ain't telling you, oh, I don't want to fight her because she's Black American and I'm Black American and I represent Black America. No, 154. And then it's like, wait a minute. First of all, who the fuck are you to be trying to give me orders to tell me what I'm going to do? No, your little ass come up to 160. How about that? No, 154. So even for you to say 147 and keep, you know, this is a point where fighters need to just say, listen, man, I'm not focused on that. That's until that's even close to happening. And once again, when Shields manager sat right there and told everybody plain and simple and challenged any one of y'all to even challenge and say he's lying, that he reached out to you and he reached out to your team and your team said that Alycia is not interested in you know, this fight right now or whatever. Okay. And if you try to say it's because she don't want to fight at 147, okay, well then you shouldn't be interested at all. And that means when somebody asks you that question, just shut it down. And listen, that's not even the fight that's happening, so we ain't going to talk about that. Go to something else. The reason you're not doing that is because you keep trying to, when somebody asks you, you want to make people think that it's Shield's fault that the fight's not happening. She didn't call you out. See, you called her out. And if you really meant that call out, you would go to 154. So going forward, or you'd go to 147 and win some titles. So clearly, it's easy for somebody to call out a name when they know the fight's not going to happen. And you got to look at yourself and really, look, I know what I can fucking do right now. Right now, I know what I can do. That would be like me calling out Anthony fucking Joshua and then expecting to get the fucking fight because I called his name. And then saying, yo, he don't want no smoke with me. I could go show videos of my shit and people would be like, damn, Aries, I didn't know you was nice. Like, the fuck? Why you ain't out here making this mess? I know that's what y'all would say. And I'm going to fucking expect Anthony, any motherfucker that's known, and I'm just going to pop some videos up and then expect somebody to motherfucking say, yo, Aries, I'll fight you. Yeah, we can make this. And then I'm going to say, oh, these motherfuckers don't want no smoke. They ducking me. I'm not fucking delusional. I know what I can fucking do. And I also understand that there's methods to the madness. I understand what boxing is. There's rules and regulations. Do they break them? Yes. Do they bend them? Yes. But come on, like, let's be real. So even when you say you're confident you can beat any fighter, that's great. But once again, you're not the first fighter that will have to step up multiple weight classes. So you can't applaud with Terrence Crawford, applaud him for wanting to go up to 168 to fight Canelo when you yourself are not willing to go up to 160 pounds and fight Shields, not even 154. Just saying, y'all. Anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember the truth. Bring it here to people. And I will catch y'all in the next video. And let me say this. Let me just say this in closing. To Alycia Baumgardner, straight up, I've always thought you was a solid fighter. I've always pushed for you no matter who you were fighting against. Now, you versus Shields, okay. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, I've always pushed for you as a fighter. In terms of the drug cheat situation, I wasn't there. But in all honesty, sometimes your arrogance and your ego make you look extremely guilty. The things that you say to defend yourself, it's the way you do it. You might call it confidence, but you come off as real pompous and you seem to be delusional when it comes to how the fans actually see you and why they look at you the way they do. Okay? Understand the difference between you being eye candy to some thirsty ass dudes versus them respecting your skills. And also understand, when people really get behind you, you also disappoint people that really want to see you win with that arrogant shit. And that's any fighter. So I'm saying to you as a fighter, as a black woman, okay, we want to see all y'all succeed. But when you say certain things, you shit on people. And you don't understand that. Not just you, a lot of people. But the whole thing with how you approach certain shit, if you don't ever look in the mirror and realize you can be wrong too, you will always be fighting an uphill battle. And these fickle fucking fans will show you. They will show you. You can win every fucking fight. All you got to do is lose your sex appeal. Use your beautiful little smile. And you will see exactly how these motherfuckers feel about you. And this is why, when that shit was said with Adrian Broner, you should have just stayed the fuck out of it. The problem with most of you fucking fighters is, instead of being fighters, you want to be fucking celebrities. You want to be movie stars. You want to be some fucking internet celebrity. You want to be Instagram models. You want to be all this other shit other than fighters. And people will say, well, what's wrong with going out there to get yours? See, that's the problem with fucking athletes today. They want to be every fucking thing other than what they are because they're greedy for money. Their ego has to be fed. And when you get to the point where somebody bursts your fucking bubble, that's when you see people true colors. And I don't get into the skin color shit, but yeah, I am a black man. I support my black people. My mama's a black woman. My father's a black man. And we got a lot of mixes in our family, but goddamn it, I'm going to be straight up, plain and simple. We always want to push and see how black people succeed in life. But I don't fucking get behind egotistical people. I don't get behind narcissistic people. And at times, that's how you come off. And it's not just you, but I'm saying this about you because we see the potential in you and we were pushing for you so hard. But you got to watch what you say about people. Because you may say something about one person and you have millions of people in that same position as that person that you're ridiculing and talking shit to. And that's when people are going to say, man, fuck you. And that's when you're going to look and go, what's happening? Why? Like you said, boxing isn't forever. You don't know what life will throw at you. Y'all better learn. Y'all see what the fuck happened to Diddy, right? Y'all see what happened to Bill Cosby. Y'all see what's going on right now. All these fucking people, yo, I'm lawyered up. Right. $48 million turned down. This man can't get bail. Nothing. They're like, no, you a menace. We let you out. You might try to intimidate people that might, speak up and tell the truth. We seen you run up behind a woman in the hotel, punch in her face, drop her a kick, and then drag her back to the hotel. No. All these stories. Yeah, Kevin Hart sitting there, saw girls' haircuts on fire, whatever the fuck went on. And it was funny. Yeah, now you see what's happening. And trust me, you are just like a speck of dust on top of a mountain in terms of popularity and who you know, how the world see you. You're not that well known. If it can happen to them, it can happen to you. And you want to know who the fuck you would be depending on support from? These same broke ass people that come from where you come from, that live in the same states and cities of towns that you go and fight in, and they gonna look at you like, nah, fuck you, we broke, remember? Just being real. Now, y'all can take it how y'all want to take it, but I'm just being real and straight up about it. You got to watch what come out of your mouth. You're held accountable for what you say. You focusing on Shields. Oh, but she even, yeah, right. Listen to the shit you say. Everything is not about a spotlight. And we don't give a fuck about how rich you get or how rich you don't get. We just watch fights. We watch boxing, and that's what we into. How much money you make, that's between you and whoever else. But like you said, you're about what's best for you. Well, every fighter should be about what's best for them. But at the same time, you can't shit on these fans. You can't shit on people. And you need to deflate the ego, be realistic, and understand what's in front of me. That's what I'm going for. All that shit talking and calling names, but not willing to go make the sacrifices that you need to make shit happen. That's some sucker shit. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all now. And I will catch y'all on the next one.